think one very fundamental error on the part of the Trump administration has been to characterize or to believe or to portray or to think that generally throughout the public viewed Jeffrey Epstein and the Epstein files as a partisan issue, as a left versus right issue. And it very much is not. It's understandable because, the Trump has spent the last decade, whether it be promoting Pizzagate because the perps were Hillary Clinton and Huma Abedin or whoever, and then QAnon, very strongly implied that all of the perps in that case were going to be people on the left. And then, Donald Trump in the 2024 campaigned on releasing the Epstein files and very strongly implied to his followers that all of the people who were going to be busted were people on the left. And it turns out that very much is not the case. That it crosses partisan lines. It's really a good versus evil. It's not a left versus right thing. And he's losing people on the right. I mean, Carl Higbie, a host on Newsmax, accurately stated, he's like, this stuff goes back to the Obama administration. It actually goes back to George W. Bush's administration. Nobody new has been incarcerated or jailed. He praised, this is a guy from Newsmax, he praised Democrat Jerry Nadler for just straight up asking Pam Bondi yesterday, how many people are you investigating and how many co-conspirators have you indicted or are you going to indict? And she refused to answer that question. Tim Pool lashed out at Donald Trump specifically and personally for continually referring to the Epstein files as a hoax, when clearly there's 3 million pages that we've seen. It is not a hoax. And awkwardly, earlier this week, Joe Rogan had on Cheryl Hines as a guest, whose husband, RFK Jr., our Secretary of Health and Human Services, is in the Epstein files. There are 6 or 7 members of this administration, including Donald Trump, who are in the fucking Epstein files, including his new Fed chair pick, Warsh or whoever. And Rogan was like, I guess somebody reported that the FBI had determined that there was no evidence that Epstein had trafficked anybody to anybody. And Rogan, to Cheryl Hines' face, was like, that's the most gaslighting I've ever experienced from the FBI, and just called him out directly. So they think this is a left-right issue, and it very much is not.